Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In this video it's going to be the first of a little series that I'm going to do looking at each of the maps in Escape from Tarkov. And this is born of a conversation that I've had recently with my squad mates, and it's a conversation that comes around after every wipe, and it's always regarding woods and the fact that it's quite an underused map within the game. So I thought, you know what, I'll look at every map within the game and maybe look at ways that they could be made better, things that could be maybe added to them or taken away or changed slightly, just to, give the maps a little bit of love. So with the update that we had, I think it was at Christmas or just after Christmas, when we had the labs map introduced and we had the expansion to customs introduced, that came out of the blue and it changed up the dynamic of customs quite a bit. It gave that map some much needed love, and I just think that woods is maybe one of the maps that suffers the most from the lack of players. Really, it's only a map that I notice people go to when they've got tasks to do that are specific to that map. So you'll have scavs to take out, you've got the blood sample to collect, you've got a few other things that you've got to find down in a lumberyard. But other than going there to do tasks, there isn't any other reason I go to that map. We really don't bother with it. When I'm with the squad, if we're going to do PvP and go to do a bit of loot, woods never comes into the equation. And when you look at the other maps, versus woods doesn't really have any kind of high value loot that you would go there for. Yeah, there's a couple of, there's a safe and a few jackets and some weapons boxes down in a lumberyard. There's a couple of other bits and pieces spread out throughout the map, but there's no real one location that you would go to. Customs has the marked room key, Interchange has got the Kiba store and all of the cash registers in the various stores, which is where you'd go for high value loot. Shoreline has various rooms, 310 probably being the most famous of them. Labs is just fucking loot central all over. But when it comes to woods, there's not really any go-to reason to go on that map for loot. You just avoid it, you don't bother. Like, I do a lot of hatchet runs to fund my squad days, and one of the places I never go and do that is woods, because the loot just doesn't, it doesn't outweigh the risk of being killed. So what could be done to make woods a little bit better? Well, obviously woods is like a U-shaped map, and at the bottom you've got the lumberyard, which is where most of the action takes place on this map. At the right hand side you've got the cabin where the scav house is, so you can do the overlook on that and take out scavs there. Between the lumberyard and the scav house, not much going on really, just a lot of wooded areas. And then on the left hand side of the map you've got pretty much nothing. It's quite desolate. You've got the RUAF gate, which is the extracts. Between that and the UN roadblock, I think there's one shack and one bus stop, and that is it. There's nothing else there. And between that and going to the lumberyard, there is nothing else either. It's just barren of anything. So I would like to see them near the RUAF gate on the left hand side maybe introduce a few buildings, put some loot in there, give people a reason to travel to that part of the map other than just trying the extract. It would pull people around, it would be another focal point on the map, and I think it would shake things up a bit, and it would get that part of the map used a little bit more. I don't really think it's used much at all. Like I say, it's very barren and desolate there. There's not a lot going on. You don't hang around there very long, you just get out of there and move to another part of the map. So putting something there, like maybe a couple of buildings or another bunker or something like that, it would give people a reason to go there. Put a safe in there, a couple of weapons boxes, maybe a locked room that you need a key for that would have some good loot in. Give people another reason to go there. Another one that I would like to see on the map, and it's maybe a little bit more outlandish because it would change up the dynamic of the map quite a lot, is I would like to see an island in the middle of the lake and have a bridge from either side of the map to the island. Now what I'd like to see happen there is maybe have some sort of high value loot on the island, or maybe have a one-time use extract on there as well. But I'd like to see maybe a little bit of cover on there, maybe a building, some containers or something like that. But both of the bridges that lead to the island, I would like to have them completely open, so you'd have to run the gauntlet of being sniped by people and scavs. Maybe put a couple of scavs on the island as well, so as you try to battle your way onto the island, avoid getting sniped, you've got to take out scavs as well. I think that would add a good dynamic to the map, because then you would have people trying to run run across there to get to the next extract. You would be, obviously if you was in sniping, it'd be a good sniping proposition for you. So I think that is two of the things that could be done to woods just to change it up a little bit. It definitely needs that go-to loot point on it to bring people to it for doing things other than just completing tasks that are necessary on that map. I've always found it one of the most optimized maps within the game, which is odd considering the amount of vegetation that's got to be rendered on there, but however it works, it seems to work very, very well. Even with the recent sort of slip in performance since 11.7 with the maps, wood still holds its own. It's still got good FPS on there, still works very well for me and others that I know that play on there, you know, regularly. So yeah, I don't think adding those things that I've said would, you know, damage the performance too much, if at all. So those are just a couple of things that I think could be done. I'm going to go off now and look at the next one. I think I'm going to look at customs next or something like that. Like I say, I'm going to do a series and release a video on each map. Not sure which one I'm going to choose next, but I will cover all of the maps and I will link them on the description down below, and I will link them on screen as I come to this point in the video. So yeah, go to the comment section down below, let me know what you'd like to see on woods. Do you think my ideas are stupid, or do you think more needs to be added to it? Let me know what you think. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.